Hello, good evening. Hello, my beautiful people. How's everyone doing? Hope you're having. Who is ready? It's KY said, who is ready? I hope you are all ready. I hope you are all ready. If you are ready, say, I am ready. No, that's how we do it. Say, I am ready. I was just rushing. You know how it is now with kids and all that. But anyways, we are here and we are going to have a great show tonight. We have tonight with us, our guest for tonight is going to be an author, a speaker. Yeah. But 1 second, let me just share this on my main page because it's on my personal page, but I'm just going to share it on my main page so people know what's going on and they can join us because we are going to really have some great discussion. The more the merrier. And please, all right, once I share it, I'm going to also let it be known that there's I share. Okay. I gotta switch. This is a thing. All right. We're switching. How is everyone doing? All right. Internet today in that day. Right, public now. Yeah, so share on your profile. So now we should have people joining us. Oh my Lord, I'm hot. I'm about to just undo one button because I am actually really hot. Hey, hi, I'm Mike. Hello, thanks for joining us. It's KY says early. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Thank you for being here. Nice and early. Thanks for joining. And Amike, please can you also share it on your page? If you're watching, please share. The more, the merrier, as they say. So if you can kindly share. Okay. How is everyone? Hi, Nas XD. We are all good. If you are watching on Facebook, please share it on your profile. So far, everybody I'm saying is watching on YouTube, which is still great. Anyway, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for being here. And sorry if I'm turning this way. This is my laptop's here, my phone's here. So yeah, I'm trying to do everything. And fifth, wow, football said fifth. How did you know you're fifth? Have you started counting? How did you know you're fifth? How's everybody's weekend going? It is the weekend now, so how is it going? How are you faring on? How are you getting ready for back to school? Let me make sure it has been shared on my Facebook as well. How are you preparing if you have kids back to school? I'll tell one thing that I'm just excited for them to go. You know, I'm just excited for them to. Oh my God, I'm just excited for them to get back to school so I can get back to just doing work. Today's topic, we are going to be talking about developing and growing your brand during and after the pandemic. We all know it is not easy trying to grow a brand, trying to market yourself, trying to put yourself out there, It has been a really difficult year for all of us. All of us. It hasn't been easy. But if you have a business, you've got a brand, even if it's a personal brand, and I feel like these days, if you're an influencer, whatever it is, we all have our personal brand. And as a result of that, we are all doing extra learning. My kids doing extra learning. Yep. They're gonna be doing a lot of learning, so don't worry about it. When once they get back to school, I'm sure they're going to be doing a lot of extra learning. I'm just making sure that it has been shared on my actual YouTube, because sometimes those things out there, technology. Because but okay, it's there now. I can see. Yeah, so definitely we've done that. Yeah, so we're going to be talking about branding. Good evening, mommy. How are you? Looking beautiful on your profile picture. Can you see? Can you see the resemblance? Can you? Can you see? She is more beautiful. I can only pray I'm like that when I get to that age. Mom and everyone watching, please help me share it on your own profiles so other people can watch as well. Your own, followers can watch, your own friends can watch as well. So today we are going to be talking about branding and developing and growing your brand. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm sure a lot of you know, but before we get there, do you guys notice something? Oh my God, can you believe this is our 10th, 10th, 10th episode? Oh my God, I can't believe it. This is our 10th episode of the Power Hour with Miriam K. Can you believe it? I am really so excited. I was like, oh my God, 10 episodes. That is a milestone worth celebrating, and I am so grateful. I'm so grateful. Trust me, it is not easy, but I am really passionate about telling people story, about inspiring, about empowering. So that is what keeps me going, and I started this with during the pandemic. We're still going through it, so it hasn't been easy, but I am so grateful. We are on episode 10, and I have had some wonderful guests, and my viewers and supporters have just been fantastic. And I am just like, wow. I'm like, wow, this little old me, here I am, on episode 10 is a milestone, and thank you all so much. All of this wouldn't be possible without you, and I am really grateful from the bottom of my heart. So let's get to today's topic. Developing and growing a brand is not an easy thing. For anybody that doesn't know, I am actually a business coach and a marketing strategist, and I work with individuals and like companies. Anybody starting a brand, whether you're starting, you're growing, or you want to rebrand, I work with several people. And it is not an easy thing. There are different elements you have to take into account. There are many times there are certain, when it comes to branding, it is something we really have to think about. If you want your brand to be a long-term thing, if you want it to be successful and you want it to have longevity, you have to think about every step. There are certain cute videos, pictures, or whatever that they are that I may take, either of myself, my kids, but there's certain things I don't post. I keep them on my phone because I know I'm at that point where people are looking at me and people want to nitpick on every little thing that you do. So that is one thing. You have to be really conscious when it comes to branding. Everything you put out there can either work for you or against you. But you have to think, what is it that you are trying to represent? For me, my brand is about inspiring, being authentic. It does not mean that I don't have, bad days. It doesn't mean that I don't have bad times or I'm perfect. No, I'm far from it. Recently I was actually in hospital. I was admitted, and I posted a picture. The reason why I posted it is because I want people to know that beyond all of this is somebody just like you that is fighting, somebody that has to deal with situations, but I am not defined by what I go through, but rather how I overcome those situations, how I'm able to overcome, how I'm able to stay strong and just pass through them. I put that out there because I want people to do that. Because most of the time you see me dressed up, come up here to you. But there are times that it is far from that. There are times that I'm in pain, I'm crying, and I'm going through all of this. And I just wanted to share that. And thank you to everybody that really so many people gravitated towards that. I was really surprised by the comments and encouragement. And I'm so grateful that people know that there are different sides to me. And I show that because I want to be as authentic as possible. Of course, there is a limit because I know at the end of the day, I have a brand now. This is a brand I'm trying to build. And everything that I do, there's certain things that you may see, you want to share. You understand? There's certain things you see, you want to share them, but you have to think, how are people going to take this? How are people going to look at this? Otherwise, if you want to be two different, then separate your brand from your personal self. So that way you are able to kind of have a balance. But believe me, it is difficult to have a balance of that. You understand? So you have to think about that. Another thing when it comes to developing a brand and growing a brand is that you have to have consistency. You understand? You have to have some sort of consistency because we live in a world where, especially digitally, this age of digital and internet and all of this social media, people's attention span is so short because we are constantly being bombarded and bombarded with so much. This one has posted this one has done this one has done that. So you have to maintain some sort of consistency, so you are not completely absent from people's minds. So you are able to retain that attention. If you've ever done business, they always have the AIDA principle, which talks about attention, interest, desire, and action. Oh my God, I still remember. But yeah, the AIDA principle. So it's not just about getting the attention. You get the attention, you create the interest. Now somebody's got the desire. But what is the next action they're going to take? Like that buying decision. Are they going to continue supporting you? There's so many. Anybody can go and watch something else. But the fact that you are here watching me, I'm always forever grateful for that. Because there's so many other things you can be doing. And so you have that consistency in terms of like social media. If you have on Facebook or you have a channel, you have to keep posting because otherwise people are going to move on to the next thing. Another thing is networking. Networking is so important. I cannot stress on it enough. And when I say networking, the good thing out of every difficult situations come, some sort of lights. My mom always says there's light at the end of the tunnel. Out of COVID came so many different ways of interacting without even leaving your chair. I do most of everything I do on my chair, this little chair of mine and my laptop. Networking is so important. You need to be out there, not just be out there, but you need to be in the right space among the right people. You need to be there networking. There are so many. If you go to Eventbrite has so many different events. whatever it is you are into, I guarantee you can find something that you can resonate with. You will be able to find a group. I have been part of several groups throughout this pandemic, that each and every one of them has taught me something. I have gained something out of each and every one of them. And sometimes it's not always about gaining a client or somebody, a customer, whatever, but it's about learning from it, learning from those people. There are people that lost their job, they lost everything, COVID, and how they've been able to overcome and everything like that. I learn. I don't wait until I go through a situation to learn. I learn from others what they've gone through, so that way I'm able to ensure that I don't go through some of those difficulties. Of course, you can't avoid certain things, but you being able to also broaden your view. And that is the good thing about networking. You can really be out there. There are people that I've been able to network with and be part of that I would have never imagined growing up, that these are the people that I'll be part of, and people that have gone on to be my mentors, that I've learned so much from, and I'm still learning and growing from. So networking, it is so, so, so important. And we are going to talk about that and how you can do that and all of that when my guest comes up, because we have an event which is perfect for this sort of situation, which is perfect for you if you are trying to network, you are trying to meet different people that are actually going to be able to help you get onto the next stage, the next step, and not just being stuck. That is one thing. You always have to think, what is the next move? What can I do? Who do I need to be around? And our guest, we're going to learn more about how she does this, because not just going to, for me, I started attending these meetings and all of that, and I started speaking. I started being asked to be a speaker, and started also getting awards and acknowledgments for my work. And this really kept me going. It kept me going. And Zoom, there's so many. I have a video on my channel about, networking and all of that, which you can also go and watch. I talk about different platforms and different platforms you can use, different techniques and all of that. And Zoom is one of those things that's really helped to bring people together, and being able to have a conversation with somebody who is on the other side of the world, like America, Australia, somewhere, So it's been really, really helpful, especially for somebody like me. With my health, physically, I'm not always strong. And I remember before, having to always go out, would be like, oh my God, I have to think about, how am I going to make it there? If I go there, I don't want to be in pain. I have to think about all these things. And is it going to be too cold? I have to think about the weather. How am I going to dress? Is it too cold? Maybe I can't risk it. But now I can be in the comfort of my home, dress warm. I don't need to have nothing uncomfortable. I have my socks on, even my heating on, and just network. And that few seconds you get to introduce yourself, and you ensuring that you are memorable, and people, then you connect with people through that. No, so we've talked about networking. We've also talked about growing your personal brand. We've talked about consistency and making sure that you are also putting in things like the AIDA principle. So things like that really help to develop your brand. And also, there are different programs that you can be part of. One thing in life is that you are never too young, too old. Oh, I don't have this, I'm not rich. All of those things should not be a barrier to you actually being able to. There are now so many affordable programs. You don't even need to go and sign up to a college and have how many years to get certain qualification or to be able to get the skills that you need. There are so many programs going on that can really help you to give you that step up, to give you that advantage among other people that other people don't just have. And I'm also going to be discussing this with my guest, and the program that we have going on with the Global Speakers Network, which really is such a wonderful program, a package that is literally put together to help you, where you get the opportunity to showcase your skills and to work with people that have been in the industry, people that have the experience. And I was like growing and develop. I wish I had such opportunities, but now they are there, and you just have to seize that advantage and make the most of them. And one thing also that you need to be ready to do to grow and develop your brand, you need to be ready to invest in your brand. It is all, cool and well saying do this, do that. But trust me, if you really truly believe in anything in life, you have to. They say put your put your money where your mouth is, or put your mouth where your money is. One of them. Yeah, but basically, if you really want something, you have to go for it. You have to invest in anything that you want to work out in life. I invested in my education, I invested in putting together my brand, and I didn't have that support, that network of support and guidance. I just had to be doing it. But I'm so grateful now that I'm able to have that. I'm able to have people that I'm learning from, that are truly mentors to me. And I'm learning every day. It is not easy because I have to be balancing, my personal and my professional life. But one thing is for sure, I am not going to give up or going to stop trying, because that's what it's about. You just have to keep going. So we are going to bring on our guest. She's already here, and I'm so excited. She's a mentor to me. She's an author. She's a speaker. She has such an incredible journey and story, and truly, I can't wait to meet. I'm telling you, you need her. But before we do that, I just wanted to show you something. And in order to do that, I'm just gonna turn to my computer screen to share. Give me a second. Right. Sure. Watching screen. Windows. Okay. Talking about working, I want to show you this. Let me go there. Because talking about networking, right, and being around the right people that can really help you, I have to mention this event. I am going to be one of the speakers tomorrow, and my guest is also going to be one of the speakers tomorrow. This is the Kamara Youths Kamara Youths, all about just trying to help youths, just trying to, especially with everything that's going on. And we've had the various events since January to now, but so many wonderful speakers, including my guest. But the special thing about this event is that you are going to have all the speakers come together at the same time on one stage, which is going to be pretty interesting. And I'm going to be one of the speakers, and I really appreciate it if you can come tomorrow and support. And really, it is just literally just £10, and for you to get the opportunity to network with these people. You have people like my guest, an author, speaker, people that are truly out there, people that for me, they motivate me and keep me going. Those times when I'm just like, oh my God, I'm tired, and I think about their stories, their journeys, and I'm just inspired to just keep going. And trust me, you will not be disappointed. So you can go onto Eventbrite now and go to, Kamara Youth Saving our next generation reunion, and you'll be able to get your ticket. Only £10. Trust me. If you know the amount of money that some people have spent trying to build something, trying to build a brand, develop their brand, this would be a joke to them. Literally, it will be. And really, you need to be part of this. Usually we have our event app, but this one is not going to be. It's going to be via Zoom, and you get your ticket, you get your link, and you get an opportunity to network with these people, listen to their stories, their journeys, and also see what they have achieved since being part of Kamara Youths and everything. So it is going to be pretty interesting, and you don't want to miss it. So your ticket now is going to be tomorrow, Saturday 28th of August from 7 p.m. I'm going to be there, so make sure that you are there. We can connect, and you will be able to know more about my own journey and my story, and also the journey of my guest for today. So thank you so much. Now we are going to have our guest. So let me start sharing. And good evening, Barke.
Good evening, Miriam. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I can't wait for tonight, so I'm here. I'm
Telling
ready.
you, I know. I know we've been talking, and I'm so excited to have you. And I was just telling my audience that this is our 10th episode, so you are here just when we're getting to the milestone. So thank you very much for being here.
Well, thanks for everyone who is here with us today. So, thank you.
Thank you. So, Barke, welcome, and please feel free. We are very welcoming here, and they're very, very, my audience, they're very supportive. So, just feel free. But if you can just tell us a bit about you and your journey, because you have such an incredible, inspiring story.
Well, I'm from East Africa, and I came to this country when I was 16 years old in 2000. And now I am leading women and youth to become their own hero. Now, through that, I teach them either by as a motivational speaker or as a coach, as a mentor, or as an author, because I believe our pain we can turn into power. So through my pain, I turned my story and my experience into a powerful tool so I can be able to help other people. So that's, in short, that's who I am. But that wasn't enough because when you truly know why you're here in this earth, and I believe that every one of us, we're here for a purpose, we're here for a reason. And for me, it's not just about me. I am here to support others. I'm here to help others, but not to help them that it's like, I go and I work hard for them and just sit down and relax and wait for my support. No, I'm the kind of person who's like, a helping hand or someone that will give you that to say that lean on me, when things are harder. but then you're getting stronger, you can stand for yourself and believing in yourself, then that's the way it's supposed to. So, end of the day, my voice, my action, me doing the right thing, it's like me standing up and say, look at me. If I can do it, you can do it too. Now, my story is a long story, but I'm going to make it very short. End of the day, we're all born, okay? We're all human. I thought I wasn't. I thought I was an alien, but no, I was human. I can bleed too. But at the same time, when we're younger or when we were babies, we're hopeless and we have to look up to somebody to help us and support us. And within that, it can be good or it can be bad. But for me, growing up, realizing consciousness of understanding that, oh, I'm human being, I'm here in this earth. But then knowing that, oh, I don't have mom and dad like any other children. What's wrong with me? What did I do wrong? And then growing up without mom and dad, you have to be different because you have to always think who's on my side or who's on my corner, who will trust me or who will help me, who will understand me, and that is not even enough because you get into other things as well. So school bullying or sexual abuse, who you talk to? No one, because you're so scared where you're going to go. But then because of where I come from and everything else, and my grandmother, who was my father's uncle, is the one who took me in, and at the age of 12, they were too old. They couldn't really look after me, so they had to send me back. And again, feeling of unwanted, like there's no telling, nobody came and tell me why or what's happening. And so, again, as a child, feeling nobody wants you, you're not good enough for something, or there must be something wrong with you. And then living with my mom, my dad died when I was 9 years old, so I didn't even know him so much. My siblings, all of them, they're like, who are these people? I don't know them. And living with them only for 4 years. And then I was told, oh, you're getting married now. And I'm the age of 15 when I got engaged and I got married. I came to United Kingdom and I was 16 years old. And all of those things that happen is like, wow. And 12 years later, being married, standing in front of a mirror, and I'm looking at this woman, I'm like, who is this auntie looking at me? And I'm just like, oh my goodness, who is this? I'm looking at myself and I'm moving. I'm like, that's me? How can that be? In my head, I was 16 years old, bubbly, skinny, looking great. And now I'm looking older and I look like my mom in some point. I'm just like, oh my God, what happened? And realizing that this is not good. I shouldn't, life where I am right now is not making sense. Why is that? So I started journaling. I started writing things down. I started asking myself questions until things started to click in our right places. And time kind of showed me, like, oh my God, all this time it's like I'm in the car and I was letting other people drive me anywhere but not where I want to go. So any other destination, but not where I want to go. And finally realizing that I'm wasting my time. Why am I here? What am I doing? I'm trying to please people. I'm trying to make people happy. I'm trying to do whatever I can, but people are never happy. So what is the point? Growing up for me, I was told that, looking after yourself is selfish, or if you look after other people, then you will be fulfilled. But why wasn't that feeling come? It feels at the beginning, but then it just disappears. How come? So I started asking myself, why is that? And what am I missing? And then I realized, oh, so if I don't look after myself, but I look after the people, that means I'm running myself on fumes. That means I'm running low on myself. I'm not looking after myself. So how can I be fulfilled, or how can I feel great if I'm exhausted because I'm running from other people, to help other people, but I'm not there for me? And that's how I put it together. And I was like, okay, now it makes sense. So I say to myself, stop everything what I'm doing and start doing it to myself. And then see how that will pan out. And guess what? Life started to make sense. I started to feel good. I started to feel happy, fulfillment that I wanted so badly, abundance that I wanted. But it wasn't easy. And this is why I'm here as a speaker, as a coach, as a mentor. I am here to say, yes, it's not going to be easy, but it takes you to try and try again until it happens. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You are such an inspiration to me. You are a mentor to me. And, for anyone who wants to know more about your story, your journey, you are an author, you have your book, Be Your Own Hero. And so many people think about wanting to write a book, wanting to be published. But what was it like? How did you decide that, you know what, I'm going to do this? And what was the process?
Okay, first of all, I have to clear this, okay? Miriam always gets my title of my book wrong.
Oh my God. I think I get it from Unisa.
Yeah, blame someone who can't defend themselves. I'll tell him that. So my book is called What is Your Name? Okay,
What
it's
is
very simple.
But anytime we have a meet, it's always be your own hero. So that's what we've always.
It's okay,
But thank
Miriam.
you
I
for clearing
understand.
it. Thank you for clearing. I will make sure from this time on, I remember.
Yes. So, what is your name? Why is that
Oh,
important? Miriam's
right.
talking about brand. I talk
Yes.
about that too. So, your name is your brand. Your name
Okay.
is who you are as a person. Your name is very important, it's unique. Because when I was looking for myself, when I'm looking for that love and that greatness, the freedom, the happiness, everything, the abundance, and all I had in my head is that, who am I? What is my name? That's what I had in every time I ask myself, who am I? What do I like? Who is me? Until I started that journey. And trust me, guys, I've always knew I have books inside of me. And I went for so many trainings. I'm telling you, you will laugh. I went for so many trainings, and then at the end, I'm running away from it, okay? Because I was
It's
just
too much.
like, oh my,
It
I
gets
was like,
overwhelming.
but I would say I've learned so much through that process, because I went, one was the Blackbird publishers. I went and they did a course, and I did also with, oh my God, so many of them. But the Blackbird, they kind of remind me the importance of writing, because in my head, I'm like, I didn't finish school. Okay, I didn't finish school. My English is not that great. How can I write a book? Okay, and if I write a book, it has to be perfect, isn't it? So I used to like put so many things, like oh my God, the book has to be that big, it's huge. And it kind of like, it made sense, because when on this training, they were like, they give us this paragraph to read, and it was all in a very broken English, and it was weird kind of words. They're not even finished. And then they was like, just read it. And to be honest, it's true though, because people, they're not really checking unless they're school teacher, or unless they are just, they just love reading to a point that it has to be, or it's something that they just themselves, but normal people who don't care, they can read a paragraph without like the letters to look the way, or you didn't put E or I or R, but they understand it. So it made me feel, okay, I can do this. So it's taking me 3 years. I'm writing this book. And I'm like, I need to write my story. It's very important. I need to write it. But then 2018, I went back home to speak and to help the youth. And I told my story. And a lot of them said to me too, me too, me too. What happened to you? It happened to me too. And I was like, what? For real? And I was listening to their stories that it made sense. I was like, Barke, wake up. Who are you writing your story for? Who is your audience? What is the purpose of the story that you're writing? And why is it important? Why does it have to be out there? So I sat down and I started drawing a map. Who is it for? Why is it important? When do you want it by? And all of these questions that I asking, very clear questions. And I realized I'm writing a book for someone like me, a woman or a young girl who went through or is going through maybe similar pains, or maybe just even one thing in that book they can resonate with, and they will help them. Because my book is every chapter, after the chapter, there's a task and challenges that the reader can help themselves to find who they are for themselves. What I went through myself and how I worked on myself. I didn't know any coaches at the time. I didn't know any speakers or any motivational speakers or anyone. I had to do that by myself. But let's be honest. How many people, this is just being honest, guys. You don't even have to write it down, or you can tell us, okay? How many people know about something, but they don't actually do? How many of us? We all do that, isn't it? We know we shouldn't be eating sugar, okay, because it's not good for us. But hey, what? We like it. That's why we eat it, isn't it? That's the reality. We know we shouldn't eat that burger, okay, because it's not good for us. But end of the day, hey, I'm craving it. I want some. Okay. So what I'm saying to you is that end of the day, we do things and we know maybe it's not the right way. Or how many people are actually, when they're doing something, or when they hurt themselves, or when they criticizing on themselves, or when they so hard on themselves, even though they know deep down this is painful, I don't like it, but they still do it. So end of the day, if you're able to help yourself, would you do it? Or do you need that another person to come and actually give you or show you, let's do it together? And that is the way you might feel that you want. So this is why the book is there for people who wants to help themselves. Coaching is there for people who wants to work with that person. Mentor is there for people to actually tell them, you need to do this, go and do it and make it happen. And if you don't want to do it, it's not going to happen. So that's the difference of it. So end of the day, we have to be able to want to make it happen. And then we find out what works for us. Okay, so that's the best thing I could say. And my book, A year later, I published it because I put a date to actually say I'm going to do it. So I'm excited, guys. So this book is on Amazon. It's What Is Your Name? Or you can find me through Barke Faraj, and that's my name. And also, I'm publishing it again in America, so people don't have to buy it from London because it costs them more. And that means, so I'm publishing in America, and that will be in Canada and everywhere else in the world. It will be cheaper. So good luck with that one for me. I'm writing another book, so I'm excited. It's coming up.
I can't wait. I can't. I remember. I don't know if you remember our first conversation. Telling you about my book, and you're like, you know what you need to do? You need to just set a date.
Yes.
Set a date, and say, you know what? I'm going to, especially when it's autobiographical. You are or biographical. You're going to forever be like, oh, I need to change this. Oh, I need to change that. And I think what I'm going through. And you're like, you know what, Miriam, if you want to do this, set a date. You know what? This is this. By this time, I'm going to stop. And that is exactly the advice that I've taken. And I am hoping that, I'll be done to publish. And thank you so much for the advice because otherwise you keep changing things keep happening, and you're like, oh, maybe I should take, maybe I should add this happened. Oh my god, this is so exciting. But you need to also remember that you can do more than one book. You can do more than one book, which is what I was like, the best thing for me, because my journey is forever going. There are forever things happening, and if I want to put all of this in one book, I am never going to get this published. So I'm just going to go for it and just get it published. But when it comes to like promoting, which is again linked with branding, promoting the book, writing it is one thing, publishing is one thing. But now, how do you get it out there and people knowing that this is here? Are you promoting it? And also, of course, it helps a lot. But especially the fact that we've been going through the pandemic, how have you been able to like just do this and actually get out your book?
So my book was published in 2019 before the pandemic, and so that's the good news about it. I did have a launch, and it was fantastic. But end of the day, for me, is that the most important thing is that my book goes to the people who needs it. I don't want my book to just be bought, but being people just want to buy it and then put it on the shelf and just let it collect dust. I want people to actually hear my story and say, I would love to read your book, and sincerely reading my book. These are my customers. This is what I would love. And this is why, so when either I'm speaking, when either I'm training someone or coaching, mentoring, even, it's so funny networking. Miriam was talking about this earlier. Talking to people, people look at me like, oh my God, you're an author? Oh, wow. And I'm like, it's just writing a book. Come on, it's not that hard. So I was like, it's okay. But end of the day, because for me as well now, like for example, on my Zoom call, okay, I didn't put my photo. I put my book. So that's the first thing that comes out is my book before you see me. And it's funny, it works. And also, on social media, I do like a little bit of a reading with my book. I post that as well. There's a special days that I talk to people, and I will promote my book, or I will. So in my book, there is quotes that are done for self-love and self-awareness, and all, anything to do with self. That's all I'm about. It's all about self. So it's all about you as a person and finding that identity of yourself. So I put a quote about it, and I'm just like, yeah, this is my book. Come and check it out, go and buy it. So, because talking,
That's a cute.
connecting with people, and putting it out there, because even like for me, Clubhouse, putting my photo with my book on the side, it's a big deal because people are like, oh wow, you're an author. Yes, I am. It's wonderful. And then just like, oh, can I, what is it about? It's about my story. So end of the day is finding that connection with people, because what I've learned is that if you are a coach, if you're a speaker, what is that story can you connect with the audience? And if you connect with the audience, oh my goodness, they will do anything to ensure they get what you already given or what you already have, because they want to feel and be in the same place where you are right now. And that's the thing.
That that is such a great. I was just here taking notes, and I hope you're all taking notes as well, because you don't get like this all the time. So with everything you have going on, you've got your book and all of that going on. How then did you decide to get involved with Kamara Youths?
So I'm always on a lookout. In I love collaborating with other organizations. Now, Kamara Youth came out of nowhere, and Unisa Kamara, he actually texted me on LinkedIn, and he that was 2020, before he launched the Kamara Youth, and he told me about his story. Why was it important for him? And so for me, hearing from him the story, again, the pain, he told me about his pain. He was vulnerable. And hearing that his son, okay, he was killed, he was shot by another youth. And him, rather than getting revenge, he actually want to help other youth so they don't go to jail, so they don't fall in the same trap as what happened to his son. And that kind of made me to just want to help this man. And I just want, his vision is so aligned to what I'm doing, because the power of the story, this is where we need to understand the power of your story can take you so far away, but it's how you tell that story. And that's where the key is. So anyway, I helped him and we were talking and everything. I didn't even Google him, okay? I'm not that kind of girl sometimes. And but I didn't Google him, and I didn't want to anything. I want to help him. And I put my blinkers on and I was like, okay, what do you need? Okay, what do you want? And since then until now, we kind of became, I never even thought or imagined this will take us to this place right now. So
Yeah.
I've actually invited me to speak on a stage many times, to speak on the mindful sessions many times. He even made me into the host many times. And now I'm like speaking on this, on to Kamara Youth for 6 months nonstop. And I was like, wow,
And
where
you
did
become
that
the
come
team
from?
leader.
Exactly. But why or how did it all start? Because I was welcomed. I was ready to actually want to connect. And this is what a lot of speakers or coaches, they don't have. Because I've seen it myself when coaches or speakers, me, it's mine, it's my career, it's my life, but no, what about we? What if we come together? How powerful can we be? And that is why I'm here with Kamara Youth. And I really want to talk about this because me growing my brand, doing it with Kamara Youth is more powerful than just me growing by myself and working in the cafe, on the corner, and just doing everything by myself. It's boring. Come on. It's boring. So for me to actually, yes, and this is what I hear as well. A lot of coaches, they do say, but I have to work hard for the other, you know what I mean, and not work hard on mine. But at the same time, if you are there as a brand, as your own brand, that means you are growing together. You are not growing their organization, yours is going down. No, I say it. My name is Barke Faraj Kamuss, but also known or founder of Barke Be Your Own Hero. So I'm collaborating with Kamara Youth, but as a brand, not as just somebody wants to help them, but as a brand, because I believe in my brand. And my brand and Kamara Youth, we can actually make a big difference in the world. And this is why we're here.
Yeah, it's okay. It's just as you say, the same thing with me. My journey will come out. You started, me being invited to get that word, and eventually, he really thought like our, and I also saw it that wow, it's an objective in them, and Kamara, you aligned so much, and wanting to just hearing his story, and the same thing with me. I didn't Google him, and he even asked me to Google me. I was like, no, I don't Google people because for me, I go with your heart. It's
Yes.
not about what is out there about you. It's about your
Mm.
heart and what that you are doing now. So your past doesn't really to me. The fact that you want to change lives, you are so passionate about helping people, youth. What my organization is also about. I don't have all the other things. And for me, even after he explained to me, although I refused to decide to explain to me, and when I had him on my show, The Power Hour, which you can watch, and just hearing his story and everything, I was like, wow, you don't hear these days about somebody who, instead of wanting to take revenge on somebody that take the life of your son, instead wanting to help others, not to be in that same, because grieving is not easy. It's something that is ongoing. Even when it's because of natural causes. I lost my last year, and to this day, it still hurts me. There's certain things that still remind me of her, and sometimes I still cry. So to see somebody whose life was taken away by young people and wanting to help young people, I was like, wow, that is what wants wanting to be part of Kamara Youth. Also meeting everyone because we are all so different, but yet also similar in terms of what we want to do, what we're trying to achieve. And I was like, well, I am just in the right place because I am being mentored by these people, inspired by these great people, and learning what else can I ask for? So it's about you aligning yourself with people next stage rather than just it's all about me. Growing your brand is not going to be easy if you are going to do it just on your own. I don't know what happened with Barke, but you'll be back, I'm sure. It's not just about, oh, this is my brand, this is what I'm going to do. Everyone, regardless of what you're doing, you are going to need other people to get to where you want to get. It is as simple as that. So you need to be out there. Please check your mic. It's cracking up. Okay, I think it's our internet. Let me just add it back to this trip. Okay. All right. They said the microphone keeps cracking. So
Yeah.
maybe if you move a bit further from me, see laptop you sometimes they can be a bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when it comes to branding, you feeling that you're just going to do this by yourself is not easy. There's a reason why people like big brands, right? They work with even influencers because they know we need others to get to where we want to get. We are going to need this actor, this actress, this influencer, their platform. You need to merge with other people in some sort of capacity in order to get to where you want to get. That is one thing that people need to realize, that nothing goes well just when you decide, oh, I'm going to do this by myself. No, I'm going to need others along the way. Your journey is going to be much more quicker, and you're going to it much more smoother when you realize that my brand has grown as a result of networking, getting out there, working with different people. Some things have worked out, others haven't. But guess what? Of the situation, I have always learned something out of it. You know, I've always gained something, and that is what the mentality you have to have. I this time, you know what? Okay, this is not working. But what have I learned from this? You learned something. Focus on the lessons rather than this things are not meant to be. It's not everybody walk and take your hand all the way to the the finish line. Some people are gonna stop somewhere. You still have to find, okay, what else do I need to get to the finish line and keep going. You just have to. And I think that is one thing that we all need to learn. If you want to establish a brand, you need to, some things are not going to work out. You are going to collaborate with people, partner with people. Things that might not work out the way you want. But always think, what can I learn from this? What can I take out of this? Even if it's a lesson, it's lesson learned. So now you know better. When it goes to some, you know better. Some things don't work out. Maybe it's something you did not do. I always talk to people about, no matter even if you're working with a friend, you have to think there are legalities that involve documentation, agreements, and all of these things. And I'm always saying it. Make sure you have an agreement in this. I don't care if it's your friend. You have things like that documentation because it's you. But if you don't and it doesn't go that way, learn and move on. Go on to the next step. That is it. It's as easy as that. You've been holding on to something that didn't work out. You're only holding yourself back. You're stopping yourself from growing because you are holding on to something that's done. It's done. Today is done. There is nothing else I can do to change today. The only thing I can do is to make tomorrow better. That is it. I am no more in control. It's past today. It's past midnight. I am no more in control on what is going to happen. It's done. All I can do. What can I learn from today? What did I do that I should have done? Maybe I should have done this. Maybe this. Maybe that. Some things are out of my control. I'm going to accept them and move along. It is as simple as that. There is no magic around it. It is just that. Take a lesson from it. Keep moving. That is what we do to get to where we are today. It is that simple. So,
I'm laughing because people when I say that, people get a bit like, come on, Barke, it's not just that easy. And I come to agreement in a way that we have to think about this, okay? Hold on to something and it's giving you heartache, headache, making you feel sad, making you feel unhappy, making you feel dreadful. What's the point? Why do you want to stay in that area? So you do have a choice. It's either happiness or sadness. Which one do you want? I prefer the happiness anytime. So I choose the happy. And it's not easy what you're saying about friends. Working with friends is hard. But at the same
Yeah.
time, you want to help your friends, and it's okay. I did that so many times. I got banned so many times. Trust me, I get so angry, and I had to ask myself, but why are you angry? Why are you angry? Because is you caring about that person, because you love them, but at the same time, they're not doing what you want them to do. So there's no barriers, there's no boundaries. You have to build boundaries by let's have an agreement. So we know this is my conditions, this is your conditions. We come to agreement or not. And then we can help each other. You can't help your friend and then expect them, oh, maybe they'll pay me. But then they don't pay you. And then you feel, but she made a lot of money that time because I helped her. But you said it was okay. Do you get what I'm saying? So we need
Yep.
to be aware of what and how far we're doing it. You know what I mean? I helped someone and I was like, we went to a different city, and then at the end we were supposed to come back home, the same day. But no, we end up sleeping there. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't plan for this. But again, there was no boundaries. So what did you expect?
Things,
So that's what we
exactly.
need to
Things
learn.
happen. Yeah, things happen. You just need to know that. You just need to establish that. And sometimes, all of us, we do things and we kind of forget those things. And even though your heart, these are things that but somebody this, you that, and sometimes it doesn't work out. But instead of you being bitter about it, instead of you on to something that's only gonna you stop you from growing, let it go. It's done, is done. Going back and forth, all of that. Some people feel like attention is equal to success. No, attention is going to die at some point. You can get that attention with somebody going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, but eventually, what is that going to really? What are you going to gain from that? Now you've got the attention. How do you maintain that? That's why the industry talks about attention. And then there's an interest, then there's a desire, and then there's an action. If that action is going to, I don't even want to support this person, what they're doing. What is the attention for? You have to think about that. Every step you make, every move you make, you have to that if you're developing a brand. There's certain things that I do, I want to post, but when I post on my WhatsApp, that's just family, friends. Then to post it somewhere where people are going to defend it against you forever because one moment, So you have to really think about all these things, everything that you put, things that and you post. And also, even when you're engaging in posts, people are always looking for ways to try and attach you to things that have nothing to do with it because you decided to comment. Even that, you need to think about, this is my thought, but do I really want to put it out there? You want to type what I'm thinking in my head, or should I really think about this? Because then tomorrow it might be me when Ken decided to write, tell you like, what? I just decided to type on a comment. Everybody was commenting. It was fun. I decided to join in. But now to your brand. Now it's attached to your brand. Something that maybe had nothing to do with you. You thought, I'm just having fun. I'm thinking. Just because you're thinking it may be funny doesn't mean the next person's gonna find it funny. Like me, I have a very comical brain. Like it doesn't mean the person may find it funny. So I think I may say it to my family, my friend, my sister, my nephew is always finding my jokes funny because he knows they're not harmful. Somebody else may decide, why is she saying this? And they make a whole video trying to dictate what and something that is 3 words that's now on to headline. So we have to think when we're putting things out there. If it's not necessary, just keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. But that's the problem these days. People, what they're thinking. Before, we used to think, we say it to ourselves, we laugh about it, we move on. Now, no, 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 no. Everybody to know what I'm thinking. I do not find it funny. And that's not the thing. Everybody these days, everything is offensive. Something that may be a joke to you is offensive to the person. And now that is attached to one. So we always have to think before you speak and before you type. If you think you're not in the right state of mind, shut down. All you need to do is close the computer, go and breathe, do something, meditate, whatever works for you, and come back when you know you're clear. Otherwise, it's like, author Faraj said this, and you're like, what? I was just making a joke in a comment, and now somebody decides to just on that. Everything else you worked for now goes down the drain because of one funny thing that you decided to say. And that's why we have to, I say, I learn from others. So I don't really think. I watch what they do, the steps that they take. I'm like, There's certain things that made me thinking that are funny. Those that know me, that is the thing. Everybody wants to be seen. It's not always the case. If you don't have something good to, but when we were growing up, they say if you don't have something good to, don't say anything at all. Think about that when you're things. If you don't have something good to say nothing. Keep it to yourself and keep it pushing. It's as simple as there are people that will understand your jokes, but others might not. So think about that when you're establishing and developing your brand. So, Barke, with your journey you've been through, what would be your advice to others wanting to take that journey? I want to be, an author. I want to be a speaker and doing it, inspired by what you do. What would be your advice to them?
Now, I was that person who used to be aspiring, speaker, aspiring author, and I had to start somewhere. But end of the day is finding the right brand or the right person that you can be able to start your career. And this is why when I aligned with Kamara Youth, now UNISA has a big vision. And like I said, we are aligned. Our dreams are like so similar. Like sometimes we can talk like for hours just about the things we want to do. And it's so funny because I don't know, I've never met someone with the same wavelength, and it's just crazy. Okay. And I say this to him, I'm like, it's like I fall in love with your brain. Okay. Nothing with your body or whatever, but it's just your brain. And he start laughing. And it's just because the way things can come up when you are dreaming or when you are, you just imagined. I love visioning. Okay. Now, like I said, about my brand, these are things that I want to do. I want to help people. But with Kamara Youth, I can help those speakers. So if you are an aspiring speaker, or if you are a speaker, if you're a coach and you want to be on the stage, Kamara and Kamara, they're actually opening doors now for the speakers packages. So they are called Global Speakers Network with Kamara and Kamara workshops. So end of the day, we are already started to open the door from the Eventbrite. So it starts with auditioning. And that auditioning, okay, yes, is £323 just for auditioning, because we are not just about the money, it's about commitment and it's about your growth. So if you're serious about this, and don't worry, if you feel, I don't know, I'm not, like I'm not a Les Brown, I'm not Tony Robbins, okay, I'm not Andy Harrington, Andy Hendricks. So, and all of these things, I'm not Nicole, so you don't have to be a big shot. Okay, if you're a speaker and you want to start your journey and you're feeling a bit anxious, maybe, or you're feeling that, you know what, I'm confident, Barke, I can do it, I can make it happen. Come, show us, come to the audition. That's the best thing. Get your auditioning starts. After you audition, we're going to have a panelist, and this panelist will actually give you feedback. And this feedback is to help you with your journey. And if you qualify as a speaker, you are going to get the package offer. And that package offer, it can be for speakers packages, or if you need maybe more support, it can go to master classes. So the coaches, the ones who are going to be the panelists, who will support you through that journey. So we're not going to put you in a deep end and actually let you there and just hang there. You don't even know, oh my God, I'm going to survive this. No, we will support you because that's what we do. You know what I mean? And then when you're ready, we will go back to the offer of the speakers packages, and you will choose the right for you. After that, you going to choose the package. So let's talk about the platinum package, for example. The platinum package, it has about a few things that you might like. So let's talk about that. So there's one thing that you're going to speak with Kamara Youth, Saving Our Next Generation, for example. One of the events you'll be speaking. That is 10 minutes. And that is for you to speak. You're going to get one of the video reels that is yours that you spoke on that event. That's one. Your auditioning that you did, another one. There's two reels that you're going to have. And then guess what? That's not the end. So you will be speaking with Miriam over here, the powerhouse. Oh my God.
Yep.
So she
You
will
said the
actually talk to you
powerhouse
in,
is your
yes,
government.
baby. So you will have this time for your interview. And then that's not the end. You will also be in the radio show. Okay, come on. How far do you want to work? This is the best thing. You're getting everything in one package. And guess what? After the radio show, I will be interviewing you as well into Barke Bio on Hero. Show is going to be as well. It's going to be starting just for this. Another thing, okay? So 6 months time, we're going to actually have an event for Kamara and Kamara workshop. And this event is going to be in person. So people in America, in Canada, or anywhere else in the world, they say, Barke, I want this package, and I'm going to come in the UK. We welcome you. And when you come, you can take your own package that is going to be everything in that time. That's all right with us too. So it's okay. We all go through the calendar, we work out what is the best for everyone, and we're making it happen. So on the event is going to be a big one. The Kamara and Kamara workshop, again, you're getting your video reel, you're getting a photo done, you're getting a booklet. This is going to be your flyer. This is going to be your biography. And you've been speaking in the Kamara and Kamara workshop for the first year. Come on, who doesn't want to be in that? So I am excited. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited to be part of this journey. I'm excited to actually help other youth. But this is not the end. After you finish the packages and you come to me and you say, Barke, okay, I'm a coach. I've got services and I want to make sure the services, I want to actually broadcast them. Baby, it's all right. I've got another package for you. It's called Mindful Session Package. And that is, you can do series for that. If you have a subject or if you have a topic that you want to go in depth and actually air it to your audience, and you can even have new audience because it's going to be aired in every social media. Why not? And that is not the end. You can even connect with other leadership programs, with other going to America. If you're in United Kingdom and you're like, I want to be international speaker, baby, we got handed for you. You can actually travel and we will support you to ensure we give you the right people that will help you in your journey. Everything in Kamara and Kamara workshops. So if you're ready, the thing is, go to Eventbrite and type in Global Speakers Network, and that is going to be there. All you need to do, the first step is auditioning. Okay, you have to be qualified. We have to qualify you for you to be able to go to the next stage, and that is the magic happens. So I am ready. I'm excited. I don't know about you. If you are, let's make it happen.
I
And
know
the
you
way
scare me
Mary
out.
was saying about thinking, saying, and doing, this is it.
Yeah, because we all sit down and we're like, oh my God, I would like to do this. I would like to do that. I always used to think, I would like to speak at event. This, but who's going to what? But you have to take the step. You have to invest in what you really truly want. It's as simple as, and what I love with Barke is, oh my God, she is so understanding. She is so, like with me, I have weeks that I am all right, and I have weeks like plummeting, and it feels like the world is just on my shoulder, with everything going on, my health, family, everything. And she is always so understanding. It's like, okay, what next? What do we need to do next to make sure that I'm trying to make things easier for you. That's always a thing. Always trying to make things easier for you. And she's a person that will guide you all the way through, all the step through. And for me, as I say, I'm so honored to have people like that in my corner, because it helps me become a better person. It helps me not push myself. There are times when I'm in pain, I'm like, but no, I'm gonna be at that team meeting, be there, I'm gonna be there, because I know I'm going to gain something. So it is not just about, oh, I'm gonna be there, you're that. Like, you are going to, you have no involved, because you have this. And Barke stuff are just two of many people. We are also, another thing that I think Barke maybe did, we are also working with like network, like TV network, production companies are there to help you, to really put you out there, and different people with different platforms that are going to do all their best to put you out there. And if you really truly want that step, you need to think, is this what I want? And if you are ready, make that investment. First step, come to tomorrow's event. Just as I said earlier, come to tomorrow's reunion, because it's not just us saying, you are going to hear from others and what they have gained as a result of this platform, and where they have gone to, what they've managed to achieve, just being part of this, and get that opportunity to actually network with people that you don't usually have together on one stage, and everybody was so much. And sometimes I feel like, a little, what you call it, a little drop in an ocean, and all of this great people, and boy, you kind of like shake your shoulder. You're like, you know what? I'm here. I belong here, because you have that support backstage. So you are prepared for that. So when you're out there, you're not going, oh my God, you are ready. And it is always such a joy. We love working with, especially with young people, because sometimes it is hard to find your way. But here you have that are ready to help you take those steps, so you're not constantly stumbling down. I can guarantee, my journey, I have tried so many different things, the amount of money that's going towards it, and every other speaker will tell you the same thing. We've all invested so much, but this is something genuine. You can see this, or you can see what other people have gone through, the confidence that they get. I remember, if you go back to episode 1 of the Power Hour to this episode, you will see that there's a vast difference in terms of the confidence that I have, and being able to take charge, and all of that. And this is all as a result of this, being amongst these people and learning from them, this events, being there, watching what they are doing, and everything. It helps me to just fine tune my own techniques and everything, and be able to take charge. And that is not something that you are taught in any whatsoever. I've been through it. And trust me, you come back, you have the degree, and you're like, okay, now what do I do? But there is a family, as you know, it says, there is a family that's there to really help and guide you. And Unisaw, he the nicest person, but he can also, you know what, I don't like this. You need to do this. You need to do that. You need to do this. And sometimes I'm just like, okay. Okay, it's like, Miriam, you need to be, these are trainees. These are okay, 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 because I'm learning and I'm all taking it all in. And sometimes I just like, I'm sorry. It is hard for me to just be like, but I know I'm going to learn, and please just give me the opportunity to keep learning. And he always has, when once you're part of the family, he doesn't throw you out. Whatever the issue is, UNICEF is ready to, okay, what is the problem here and how can we help? And that is his thing. And he doesn't just like, okay, you know what, out of here. Nope. He is going to find what the problem is and find a solution, support. And that is what we all need. It has been such a great, it's just been just a honor having you on the platform, okay? And for people to find out more about you, where can they find out more about you, your project, and obviously besides the book you have, we know you have more coming. So where can they find out more about you?
Well, I'm in everywhere. So, well, except TikTok, but I'm everywhere else. So you can just.
You have to come on TikTok now.
I'm trying. I'm trying not to. I'm trying so hard. I'm like, not this one, Barke.
I know. I used to was like kids as well, but seriously, I've been putting like things like cooking videos and just short things, and you'll be surprised things that get attraction and attention. Some silly thing that I did, like just cooking, putting little things together, something that you already doing anyway on a basis. So you'll be surprised that actually mature people there. So we're going to get out there. Don't worry, guys. I am on it.
So just either LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You can just put my name, Barke Faraj Kamuss, or Barke Beyond Hero. It will come up. And yeah, like I said, even in my website, barkebeyondhero.com, and you'll find me there as well.
So I think at the end of what I have to take from your story is that we have to be our own hero. And what does that start? And what does that involve? You have to first start by believing in yourself. You have to start putting in the work, the effort, because trust me, nothing is going to happen until you take that action. You have to make consistency. I know there are days I can barely get out of bed. Lord knows there are days I can barely, because I'm in so much pain. You know what? There's so much that keeps me going. My family, my kids, and everything. Knowing that there are people that are looking up to me, it keeps me going. And you need to have that consistency. Try your best out there, maintain your brand. You need to know what your brand is about. First of all, sit down and really plan it out. When I was to say like write a spider diagram, it still works. Write it out. Think, okay, what do I want to really establish? For me, I'm the kind of person that goes by days, week, year, I'm trying to get, because if you're just going aimlessly, you are forever going to keep going. It's just like a comet. It's going to be somewhere. You just go. You need to set your target. If you're going to go this, you need to go to Earth. That needs to be your focus. What are the yeah? What do I need to get there and everything? And when you get there, what is it that I'm going to do? Because it's not just to get there. It's not just to become an author. What is it? That's just the beginning. How do I then promote my book, my brand? How do I sustain my brand? Because it is also, some people get that attention, but they cannot sustain it. Because why? Because you've not thought of a plan. You always need to have a plan, A, B, C, all the way to Z. There are 26 alphabet. Have 26 or more plans. So if one doesn't work, another one works. You always have to be on that go. Have a plan. Otherwise, you get attention and then it fizzles out. People move on to the next thing. But how do you maintain it? How is it that people like Beyonce, she's managed to stay relevant for the past how many decades? It's because she doesn't just disappear and just, she is forever working. She can be working on her clothing brand. She can be working on a commercial. She can be collaborating, partnering, whatever the case may be. She is doing something. And you need to have that in mind. You need to know that. In order for that person to get that to that point, there has to be a plan. And guess what? She's not doing it alone. There has to be a team. And Kamara is that team you can have that is there to hold you up. Nobody from Michael Jackson all the way down ever gotten up there by themselves. You have a team of people that are holding up everything to make sure things are all right. And that is why, even though he's gone, may so rest in peace for how long, we still have him in our mind because he's been able to establish that. And so you need to think about these things. Every detail matters. And we hope that you've been able to take something out of everything that we've saying to help you with your brand. I am here. Barke is here. If you do have any questions and you need to know how to go about it, please always feel free to let me know. I can send you the link. You want to register. Tomorrow's event is just there. £10 for you to get the opportunity to be amongst people like Barke, my little old self, but so many other people, with so many great stories and journeys and people that can really inspire you and keep you focused. That is also there. We have the Global Speakers Network coming up, the workshops, everything, so many great things. So please take that out of this and take that time, really have a plan, invest in your brand, and you will reap what you sow. It is as simple as that. What you sow, you will reap. And this is genuine. I know there is so much out there on the internet that just like, flashing, but you all know me that I'll never come up here on my platform and promote it that I don't 100% believe in. You all know that I've always stayed authentic and make sure that anything that I put out there is something that I truly, with all my heart, believe in. There's so many things that are thrown at me. I'm like, thank you. I really believe in this. And I know you can benefit so much from it. You can see my growth. Go and watch episode 1 and watch episode 10 now and see the growth. And it is a result of being part of people like this and Barke and everything that, she's a true mentor of mine and a shiver, not hero, a shiver to so many, and including myself. And I'm inspired by her journey. And I hope you will too. But before we go, we're just going to go through some of the comments and see what people have been saying. And somebody said, okay, this is when I asked, what are you doing preparing for school? And it's KY said, my kids are doing extra learning. Good. Get them prepared. And I think that's so good. I actually have a video coming up doing me and my sister. We have collaboration coming up talking about different techniques, methods that we've been using throughout this pandemic to help our kids, because people need to realize it is not a vacation, it's not a holiday. You have to still make sure your kids are keeping up, and we've been using like different techniques, and So watch out for that video. It's coming up to Miriam K and Ami K, my sister. I know some people don't even know we're related, but we are. She's my baby sis. And somebody said, that's a good talk. Thank you very much. And this is my very own mother. Mom said,
Wow.
hello, May. Anytime you see, you know that nickname, you know it's somebody love to you. She's the only one that's allowed to call me that. Don't call me May in public. It's only my mom that can call me that. And Amike, just talking about, she's here. She said, fantastic topic. Thank you, Amike. And Ella Bob said, two women. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. And my mom again, she said, welcome to our guest. I told you, like, everybody here and support you. Amike sent a smiley face. Thank you, Amike. And Queen B Speaks says, hello. Queen B Speaks need, because she is somebody that's got the both of you, Barke. I need to organize a meeting with two of you. You have such similar like stories in a different way, and I think two of you can really like support one another. She's great. She's really trying to break out with the speaking and everything. So Queen B, I hope to be there tomorrow. You will be really tired and meet all people. I will personally send you the link. I know you've been calling me today. Sorry, I've been busy, but I'll get back to you. Send you the link. Please come to tomorrow's event, and I would love for you to be part of this because I know. And she said, "May please check your microphone cracking." I don't know whose microphone it was. Sorry about that. And Fantasia Wall, my sister from another mister, said, hey, hon, thank you. Thank you for being here. Always supportive. And again, Aminata, mom says, indeed, what we're talking about. And Fantasia Wall said, fact. Yes. She said, it's queen. And she said, boo. Thank you. And then somebody said, and Ella Bob said, that is fact indeed. And it's supposed to be an hour. It is, but sometimes we go beyond because there's so much juice to talk about. And then Fantasia says, tell me about it exactly. And our last comment comes from my very own brother from another. He said, Mohammed Samagoa said, three secrets of success are hard work, intelligence, and the courage to take up risk. Without courage, success cannot be achieved. You've said it all, and we're going to leave it at that. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you to our special guest, Kay, for joining us. You can check us. You can see both of us tomorrow at the event. I am going to add the link or description of this. So come and also with other speakers, not just us, other incredible people. Thank you so much, Barke, for being here. I am truly honored to have you on this platform and on our milestone of 10, episode 10. I'm really, really grateful.
Congratulations.
Thank
You're welcome.
you so much. And
thank you.
Yes, said very educative program. Oh, thank you so much. We are here always to encourage and empower, which is what is to inspire and to empower, which is what the power hour is about. Thank you so much, guys. We're going to leave you now, and you can see us tomorrow and hear more of us if you're not tired yet. Thank you, Raquel, for joining me. Thank you so much. And please, everyone, check out her book. Please, can you give the name one more time?
Well, for the book,
yes, I don't want to
it's
mess it up.
called What Is Your Name? And you can find it in Amazon, or you can go with my name, Barke Faraj. and or what is your name, and that one will be on Amazon. So yeah, just click on Amazon and you'll find it there. But
I need to do
yeah,
a video reviewing the book. Seriously, like I need to, I need to. Has to. Thank you. That's
you're welcome.
the Mr. to my Mrs. said I'm here too. Thank you. Thank you for always
Thank
supporting
you.
me. I appreciate it. We're going to be out of here. I'm actually, I think that should be the next thing. I need to do a review of the book and, let people know more about it and my site and everything. So I would love to. If you want that, please let me know and we can do that.
Let me know what's work for you.
Be on the Union. So you can find us there. I'll put the details. And once it's bigger, let me just make sure I share that so everybody knows how to purchase your tickets. So you don't say, oh, I don't know how to get tickets. So if you go to the big guy himself, Unisaw. Um, so if you go to Eventbrite, you can see right here, and you go to Saving Our Next Generation. As you can see, your ticket, you'll be able to get your purchase ticket for only £10. £10. That is the start to your future. Trust me, you will get it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are going to be out of here and get ready for tomorrow. Thanks, Barke.
Thank you.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.